Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving into the YouTube creator economy. It's huge, influential, but is it all it's cracked up to be?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? There's so much hype.
Yeah, we're going to uncover the truth behind that hype and see what's really going on.
It's pretty fascinating to see how YouTube has become this global stage for creators. I mean, people are building careers and businesses, entire communities. The impact is undeniable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the numbers really back that up too. The Oxford Economics Report, I was blown away by it actually. Did you know that in 2022 alone, YouTube's creative ecosystem contributed $35 billion to the U.S. GDP?
It's remarkable.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's not just about the money either.
Right.
I mean, this translates to something like 390,000 full-time equivalent jobs.
Wow.
So, it demonstrates how significant YouTube is in shaping the modern workforce, really.
That's more than many traditional industries. And what I find really inspiring is the sheer diversity of creators finding success on YouTube. Take Susie Gemarillo, for example. She's using her at Cantico's World channel to teach kids Spanish and culture.
Oh, yeah. I've seen her stuff.
It's catchy songs, animations.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's educational, it's entertaining, it's making a real impact.
It's a testament to the platform's power.
Yeah.
To connect with those niche audiences and foster some pretty meaningful learning experiences. And let's not forget about Hercules Candy.
Oh, yeah.
They use YouTube to revive their 70-year-old business. It just proves that it's never too late to reinvent yourself and find success in the digital age.
Their story's amazing. It's a real testament to the entrepreneurial spirit that thrives on YouTube. It's just amazing to see how creators are, turning their passions into actual livelihoods, reaching global audiences, and sometimes even bringing back businesses from the brink. There's a real sense of opportunity there. But as with anything, there's a flip side to this coin, right?
Right. Oh, absolutely. While the potential is enormous, the path to sustainable success on YouTube is rarely straightforward. Chris Sharp's blog post really highlighted this for me. He talked about creators being hyphenates.
Hyphenates?
Yeah, they're individuals who have to juggle all these multiple roles just to survive.
So it's not just about being creative anymore.
No.
You have to be a marketer, an entrepreneur, a CEO, all rolled into one.
Exactly. It's a really demanding landscape, Requires a diverse skill set. And the competition is fierce.
I bet. That's something Wendover Productions really dives into in their video on the YouTube creator economy. It's a bit of a reality check, I think, highlighting the fact that despite all these billions of dollars flowing through the platform, only a small percentage of creators actually make a full-time living from their content.
Yeah, it's a bit sobering, isn't it?
Yeah.
It kind of underscores the need for creators to understand the complexities of YouTube's monetization structure.
For sure.
Let's talk about AdSense for a minute. It's the system that drives ad revenue for a lot of YouTubers. But the revenue per 1,000 views, or RPM, can vary so wildly. I mean, it depends on things like audience demographics and content niche.
So where you are and the type of content you create plays a huge role in how much you can earn.
Exactly.
That seems, I don't know, kind of unfair.
Well, it all comes down to advertiser demand. Wendover Productions gives a good example. A creator in the U.S. might earn significantly more than, say, a creator in Brazil for the same number of views, simply because advertisers are willing to pay more to reach that U.S. audience.
Huh. That's a really critical insight, I think, for aspiring YouTubers.
Yeah.
Your audience's location and their interests, it can have a dramatic impact on your bottom line.
It's about knowing your target market and really tailoring your content to meet their needs and preferences. But it's not just about ads either. We should also talk about sponsorship deals.
Oh, yeah, sponsorships. I've heard that navigating those can be, well, tricky.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Wendover Productions shed some light on the role of influencer marketing agencies.
Okay.
They basically act as intermediaries connecting brands with creators.
Gotcha.
Which can be beneficial, but it often comes at a cost. Because these agencies typically take a significant cut of the sponsorship revenue.
So how do creators make sure they get a fair deal?
Well, it's all about leverage. And a key factor in gaining that leverage is cultivating what we call a parasocial relationship.
Okay, break that down for me. What does that mean?
Sure. Imagine this. A parasocial relationship is the sense of connection and intimacy that viewers develop with the creator. It's, that feeling that they know you, that they trust you, and they even consider you a friend, even though the relationship exists entirely through the screen.
Makes sense. So the stronger that bond, the more valuable you become to potential sponsors.
Exactly.
It's like you're building a loyal fan base that trusts your recommendations.
Exactly. And this trust translates to higher engagement, better conversion rates, and ultimately a stronger bargaining position for creators when they're negotiating those sponsorship deals.
Yeah, it's all about recognizing your worth as a creator, right?
Right.
And not being afraid to advocate for yourself.
Hmm.
And that brings us to another intriguing trend, I think. The power shift that's happening within the creator economy.
You're right. It feels like creators they're becoming more, I don't know, business savvy
Yeah.
and exploring ways to, diversify their income beyond just relying on platforms like YouTube.
Exactly. There's this growing awareness that relying solely on a platform can be risky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Algorithms change, monetization policies can shift,
Right.
and creators can find themselves at the mercy of these forces beyond their control.
So what are some strategies creators are using to diversify,
Well, I
to
mean,
gain more independence? We've already touched on launching merch lines and, creator-led businesses, but it goes beyond that. Think about building websites, establishing email newsletters, offering online courses, even organizing live events.
Right.
It's about creating multiple touch points with their audience.
it sounds like the key is to build a more direct relationship
Yeah.
with your audience, owning that connection rather than relying on a platform to be, the intermediary.
You got it. That's a crucial point. It's the difference between like renting your audience from a platform
Mhm.
and owning that relationship.
Yeah.
And this shift towards more direct audience monetization.
Yeah.
Well, it opens up a whole new world of possibilities.
I'm curious, what are some of those possibilities?
Okay, well, membership programs are a great example.
Okay.
Fans will pay a monthly fee for exclusive content, community access, or sometimes just to, directly support the creator.
Yeah.
Platforms like Patreon have made that super accessible. And then there's also the world of digital products. Creators are selling ebooks, online courses, templates, presets, all sorts of valuable resources these days.
It's brilliant. Creators get to leverage their expertise and connect with their audience on a deeper level.
Mhm.
And the fans, get that exclusive access and a chance to directly support those creators they love.
That's exactly it. And the best part is creators retain a much larger share of the revenue compared to relying on those platform ads.
Right.
Or even those, tricky sponsorship deals.
It's like cutting out the middleman,
Yeah.
taking control of their own destiny.
Exactly.
I love that entrepreneurial spirit. But let's be realistic for a second.
Yeah.
Building a sustainable business outside of those established platform ecosystems, it's got to be incredibly challenging.
Yeah, it definitely requires a different mindset and a whole new set of skills.
I bet.
Think marketing, sales, customer support.
Hmm.
You might even need to build a team. It's a whole new ballgame.
And how do you compete with the massive reach and the built-in audience of platforms like YouTube? That's got to be a daunting hurdle, I think, for creators going independent.
It's a valid concern.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is that even those platforms are starting to recognize the value of helping creators build more sustainable businesses.
Really? How so?
Well, look at YouTube. They're offering more tools and resources for creators to diversify their income streams.
Oh.
They're actively promoting merch shelves, channel memberships, even features like Super Chat where fans can pay to have their messages highlighted during, live streams.
It sounds like there's a bit of a symbiotic relationship developing.
Yeah.
The platforms benefit from having successful creators,
Uh-huh.
and the creators benefit from the platform's reach, their infrastructure.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
But, there's always this underlying tension, this push and pull between creator independence and that platform control.
Because ultimately, the platforms, they still hold a lot of power, right?
That's right.
They set the rules, they control the algorithms.
Right.
They can change things up whenever they want.
It's true. And creators are always going to be advocating for better terms, more transparency, and a fair share of the revenue generated from their work.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing negotiation.
It sounds like a real balancing act.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that creators are having these conversations and that platforms are at least acknowledging these concerns is a positive sign.
Yeah, for sure.
It shows that the creator economy is maturing
Yeah.
and finding its footing.
I agree. And The more creators understand the business side of things, the more leverage they'll have in shaping the future of this industry.
Mm.
It's about empowering themselves with knowledge
Yeah.
and using that knowledge to create a more sustainable and equitable ecosystem.
That brings us back to Chris Sharp's insightful concept of the hyphenate.
Right.
It's not just about being a creator anymore.
No.
It's about being a creator entrepreneur,
Uh-huh.
a creator CEO,
Uh-huh.
a creator brand builder.
Yeah.
It's about taking ownership
Yeah.
and building something that goes beyond just creating content.
You hit the nail on the head. And
Yeah.
those are the creators, I think, that are really poised to thrive in the long run.
Hmm.
They're not just creating content, they're building businesses, they're fostering communities, they're shaping the landscape of the digital world.
It's honestly inspiring to see individuals taking control of their creative destinies like that
Yeah.
and building these sustainable businesses around their passions.
It's a testament to the power of the internet
Yeah.
to connect creators with audiences worldwide and create these opportunities that, just didn't exist just a few years ago.
We've uncovered both the incredible potential and the real challenges of the YouTube creator economy.
It's true.
But as we kind of wrap up our deep dive here,
Mm-hmm.
I want to leave our listener with something to ponder.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about creators becoming more savvy, more demanding of more control.
Mm-hmm.
But what if that goes beyond just individual empowerment?
Mm. Interesting question. What are you thinking?
What if creators start to, I don't know, collectively organize
Okay, yeah.
and leverage their influence to shape the very platforms they operate on?
Wow, that's a fascinating thought. Imagine like a creators guild
Yeah.
or even a collective bargaining agreement.
Right.
It would certainly disrupt the current power dynamics.
It really makes you think, could creators band together to negotiate better terms with platforms,
Mhm.
advocate for more transparency,
Mhm.
ensure that they receive a fairer share of the revenue their work generates?
It's a possibility, definitely worth exploring. I think as the creator economy keeps evolving, that balance of power,
Yeah.
between the platforms and the creators, it's going to be a topic of ongoing discussion and potential disruption.
It seems like the future of the creator economy could be shaped not only by, individual ingenuity, but by collective action as well.
Right.
Who knows what kind of impact a unified front like that could have on the industry?
It's a captivating thought to ponder, and it speaks to this larger trend we're witnessing, the growing recognition of the value that creators bring to the digital landscape.
Absolutely. It's been a fascinating deep dive, I think, exploring all these intricacies of the YouTube creator economy. We've journeyed through the highs and
The
lows.
triumphs and the challenges.
Yeah, the constant evolution that defines this dynamic landscape.
I think we've uncovered a world that's just brimming with opportunity, but also demands adaptability, business acumen, and then a deep understanding of the forces at play.
For sure. For our listener, as we wrap up, remember that while the YouTube creator economy it's complex, it's ever-changing, the keys to success often lie in diversification. Building a direct relationship with your audience.
Yeah.
And continuously learning and adapting to this digital world.
And never underestimate the power of your own creativity and that entrepreneurial spirit.
Right.
This is a landscape where passion, innovation, and a willingness to chart your own course can lead to some remarkable achievements.
The future of the creator economy is being written right now.
It's true.
And who knows, maybe you'll be the next creator to disrupt the industry
Yeah.
and inspire a new generation. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.
Absolutely.
Until next time.